Hey guys, how you doing? I am Chad Kubanoff. Thank you so much for listening. This week on the podcast, I wanted to kind of talk about the new year because today is December 31st. It's New Year's Eve. This year is possibly the first New Year's Eve that I have not worked a night shift, which is it's not weird. I don't really give a shit. But usually I'm in a restaurant. Usually I'm in a professional kitchen or a fine dining kitchen, and I'm working service at night. This year I'm not. The last 2 years have been fucking hard. After 2016, at the end of 2016, closing my restaurant, which was devastating, and then basically 2017, trying to recover from that, trying to just really drawn towards money and trying to make money because I lost so much. And anytime you really chase money, I don't think it really works out well. And then 2000, and then still, even 2018, still sort of not necessarily chasing money, but just being confused about what the fuck am I doing, and trying to clarify that vision, and being pushed out of the restaurant world and hating it, and coming back again because I always get, not always, but it's fucking hard. It's hard being a cook. It's hard being a chef. You get burned out. I get tired of it. I hate the industry. There's stuff about this industry that sucks, but I can't help that I love cooking. Like, I can't get away from it. So I'm continually brought back to it. I'm grateful that I'm learning and understanding who I am more. I'm learning what I want and what I don't want. And I understand that I have a long-term plan. I understand what I truly want now. Like, I'm not a city boy. I'm not even a country kid. I'm just like a wilderness person. I like the woods. I want to live in the woods. So, and I want to own land. I like being private. That's just kind of who I am. So I want to have a very large plot of land, like 100 acres, where I can cultivate and produce food from that land and serve very few people a week. I want to cook for like 4 to 10 people a week, or a night, maybe 3 or 4 nights a week, and the rest of the time I've spent cultivating the land. Like, that's that's truly what I want. It took me a while to realize that, but that is it. So getting that goal is not going to come quickly. So everything I'm doing now is trying to get me to that goal. It's why I have the job I have right now. It's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. It's why I'm pushing content and social media all really hard now. Like, I need to grow this personal brand, which I hate fucking saying. It's not a personal brand. It's just my reputation. I'm just trying to grow my reputation. I need to grow my reputation so that people care, so that they're interested in what I'm doing, so that they're willing to travel or fly to my land, my property. So they're willing to drive an hour and a half or 2 hours to come stay at my property and to experience what I'm creating and cultivating there. So that's really what the last year was clarifying that and starting to practice and understand what the hell is Instagram, and coming around from hating social media and thinking it's the dumbest fucking thing to understanding that it's absolutely incredible and necessary and the way of the future. When I had the restaurant, I learned that marketing is the most important thing. It really is. So I'm trying to get better at that. And really in 2019, besides for just growing my reputation, which is the word I prefer, or personal brand, which fuck that sounds weird. But by growing my reputation and, getting more Instagram followers, which I have no control over. I can only produce the content that I produce and get better, and hopefully people like it. But I need to continue what I'm doing. I need to find how to use my time more wisely, because as I try to do more, I do less of other things. Like, I've really been pushing my video game lately, which I've been enjoying, and I'm getting better at it, but that has pushed the podcast to the side, which is not okay. So I need to get better with my schedule. It's not easy working a full-time job, having 2 kids and a wife, and then trying to do this other stuff. I'm up every day at 5 editing until 7, and then when I get home from work, I'm editing from 11 to 1 or 2. And that's wearing. I need to get more efficient at how I'm making this happen. And besides for that, in 2019, I also want to do my first live stream of a kitchen service, of a restaurant service. I think that'd be really interesting. I think it'd be really cool to set up a few cameras in a professional kitchen, live stream the event with multiple camera angles, and maybe even narrate. Is that how I say it? Whatever. Narrate what's going on. At first, I'd like to see that happen in someone else's kitchen and maybe even rotate that. Maybe have a portable setup where I can go through, depending on the financial situation, but maybe I can go to a kitchen a week and just live stream a dinner service, which for me as a cook, I think would be really interesting. If you think that's interesting, let me know. Tell me on Twitter or Instagram at Chad Kubanoff, ChadKubanoff. That's F as in Frank. Let me know if you're interested in that. If you are, it'll give me a little more motivation to make that happen and to also invest into the equipment that I need to pull that off, because it's not to do it. I want to do it well. I don't want to just put up a cell phone and just go, ugh. Because that's, everything I do, I want to try to do it to the best of my ability at that time frame. So I think that would be really cool. I really see that as the future direction that I'm going to go. First live streaming and videoing other kitchens, but then getting to the point where I'm live streaming and videoing my own kitchen. I was lucky enough to sell a business and come into some money now where I will be able to put a down payment on a house. Not the property that I really want of 100 acres. That's a while away. That's going to be a lot more money than I have now. But hopefully I'll be able to find some sort of property that maybe has like an old barn that I can convert into a dining space where I could set up almost a studio that has, not hidden cameras, but like, I don't know, set up cameras so I could do pop-up dinners in my own event space and live stream the prep, talk about what's going on that night, what products are being used, and then record the dinner service, which I think would be great. I love service. I love watching service. I'm very interested to see how other cooks work. So it's definitely a goal this year to do my first live streaming of service, which is totally feasible. I mean, I could make that happen within the next 3 months. With buying my own property, it might take longer. We'll see about that. But that would be really cool. And I think that's really where my focus is going to be for 2019, is just producing more content, getting better at it, getting more efficient in how I produce it, and pulling off a live stream in a professional kitchen. I think that's definitely where I'm going to go. So I guess that's really it for me for 2019. It's content, more efficient content creating, and getting this live stream going. And also, cooking. Like I right now I'm in a place where I'm cooking for the people, which is humbling. I've never cooked this way in my life, but I need to also find the time and create the time to cook for myself, because that's what got me into cooking. I really am. I'm a creative cook. That's what I like. I like exploring. I like experimenting, and I need to find the right pop-up situations, potentially on local farms, the farm relationships that I've been building over the time with the podcast, to express myself culinarily. That doesn't sound right. To express myself through the culinary arts. That sounds good. To cook the way I want to cook, because it's been a long time since I've cooked the way I want to cook, since I've led a team, or even I don't even need to lead a team. I don't care. It's nice to lead a team, but I just need to cook for myself. Because it's been a long time, and I miss it. Every time I watch Chef's Table, I get goosebumps. I really do. And anytime I see like a passionate chef, I go like, that's who I am. Why am I not doing that? I know why I'm not doing it. I don't have the space to do it, and I've been working on other things. But that's who I am, and that's the direction I need to go. So I need to find more time, which I have none of. But I need to find more time and more opportunities to express myself through cooking. Yeah. So, what kind of goals do you have for 2019? Why are you doing what you're doing now? Like, do you have a vision for yourself in the future, and are you doing things now that will get you to that goal? If you're not, you need to change what the fuck you're doing. Anyway, hope you guys have a good New Year's. Hope 2019 is something. I hope it's something. I hope it's good year for you guys. If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you give it the thumbs up. And by thumbs up, I mean 5 stars. You can share it with your friends. And I'll see you next week.